I'm back with the Dell Dimension 8400. I have a cover for it now. And I couldn't just let it be. I took the original 80 gig Mac store from it. Man, that's filthy. Yeah. Put in a 320 gig Seagate Barracuda. And well, that was, didn't do it right away. Battery was low. I replaced the battery on this thing last time I looked at it. That's bizarre. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Is that the same? Of course. What I want to look up actually is where is the system? Oh, A03, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to need to do something with this. Windows XP. I'll give you more information a little later on. XP is installed. Yay. What exactly do we want to do with this? Detecting that. There we go. Wrong way. Come on. Oh, there it is. What was I looking for? Okay. We have that. We want to run that. What is that? Hey, look at. Let's update the BIOS to version 809. Yes, please do. Look at success. Go into BIOS. Hopefully I got it in time. Maybe, maybe not. Yep, there we go. A09. Okay, very good. And I still need to check about the battery, I guess. I just replaced the battery. That's a very weird thing. So, see you in a bit. So yeah, XP is not the last stop on here. And I wasn't just going to put that 320 gig hard drive in either. How about a Pentium 4 hyper-threaded Cedar Mill 661 at 3.6 gigahertz. At 3.4, it's a 550 Prescott. I was looking up information about the 8400 saw that it supports Cedar Mill processors, so, well, there you go. That's going to run a little cooler, a little faster, double the amount of L2 cache. That BIOS upgrade was to make sure that this actually is recognized 100%, because this computer and the BIOS were released before this was released. And 4/6 of 1 gigabyte RAM sticks, which is the maximum that this can take. So with a Pentium 4 661, 4 gigs of RAM, still the GeForce 210. I think this is an awesome candidate for Windows 10. So I will continue on. So yeah, all out, the 661 is in there. Okay. Those grain clips aren't very reassuring, actually, but I don't know, the old one survived as long as it did. The 4/6 of 1 gig is in there. I did go ahead and replace the battery, even though I did that before, because I read the other one and it's at 3. I mean, 32s are marked as 3 volts, but I've never seen one at 3 volts in the very beginning. They've all read at 3.3 or so. So that was the one that was in there, and that's at 3. This is at 3.27. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Is the motherboard that's causing it to really suck up the juice on this battery? I have to try that out. But everything's in here. I am doing the first power on. I will probably have to go into the BIOS. Well, I will go into the BIOS just to make sure that everything is good. Power. Oh, it's turning on right away. Are we going to have a signal? No. Hold up. Okay, here we are a few days later. When I was, the only verification that the 661 would work was from Wikipedia, saying that it does Cedar Mill. After still on there, after we tried it and it didn't turn on, I decided to actually do research. So it turns out, apparently, that the Dell Dimension 8400 does not support anything lower than a 90 nanometer process, which the Cedar Mill, come on, has a 65 nanometer process. So they said that the 661 won't work, and I guess I agree now. So still want to upgrade it. So why not do the best processor that I can on it, which is this one, which you can't see. It's a 3.8 gigahertz Prescott 2M. So that is the that is a 670. So yeah, it's double the amount of cache, 600 megahertz faster, 400 megahertz faster, and same TDP. But yeah, it should work on this computer. It also supports the XD bit, which is like an X. So you think you know where I'm going with this? Well, let's find out. The 670 is now in. Let's see if she fires up. Oh, there we go. We have, oh. 3.8 gigahertz, 2 megs of L2 cache, 64-bit, hyper-threading. Alright, that looks good. I think that doesn't look good. Date and time are always reverting back. I don't get that. Last segment, I replaced the battery again. So, not sure what's causing that. But there we go, though. And then we have the 4 gigs of 4 1 gigabyte sticks. That's kind of concerning. But I'll be back with the other part. I don't know what's up with the clock or the battery. Not the battery, actually, because the battery's good. But we'll continue anyway. Let's see what happens with installing another operating system. Keyboard's loose. And the installation of XP corrupted itself somehow. Alright. Windows 10. So, this is the 32-bit version, even though the processor does support 64 bits. There's only 4 gigs of RAM, so it's not going to take advantage of it. 64-bit version also has higher system requirements. I mean, this meets it, obviously, but if I can get away with using fewer, you know, I think, what is it? 32-bit is 1 gig at least, and 64 is 2 gigs at least. So if I could get most of the OS below 1 gig, I mean, yeah, I'm going to do it that way. So as you see, yeah, we're starting up just nice. So I'll continue with the installation. Well, I know why the Windows XP corrupted, because it wasn't corrupt actually. The BIOS settings changed back to AHCI, which had to install XP in legacy ATA mode. So now we are doing updates. And oh, the other thing about, even though this is 64-bit processor, I'm choosing to do a 32-bit OS, is because it doesn't have PAE, and therefore, I mean, hardware reserved is 1 gig. There is only 3 gigs really available to use by the system. So I don't know what actually would be beneficial. I don't think it's, you know, I've run non-PAE 64-bit processors with 4 gigs, you know, and limits it down. But I'm going to keep the 4 sticks in because I think it's a greater hit, maybe, since it's running in dual channel mode. You know, I want to keep dual channel. You need to have those sticks in pairs. But right now it's really it's working here. Oh, what is this? We can't install some of the updates because some of the other updates are in process. Well, that makes sense. Maybe I was too fast on the draw there. I guess it was doing it in the background, and I try to do it myself. Oh, yeah, it is. Yes. Windows. Yeah, you're doing that all yourself. That's nice. You're finding everything. Even, I guess that's an update to, I don't know, it says media. But I mean, sound worked right out of the box. So yeah, I'll let Windows do its thing. The system is all done. We'll turn it on. Now that battery issue only seems to happen when it's disconnected from mains, so yeah, check that out. That's not too bad. Windows 10, 1709, all completely updated. Yeah, that's not great, but I mean it is running not too bad. Was thinking of maybe an SSD or something, or maybe not. Or okay, one of the things I kind of find funny is that this Pentium 4 running a newer OS than the Optiplex 745. Where was I going with that? Oh, but the 745 will probably, when I get the basement done, it's probably going to be taken out of service. So it has an SSD in there. Maybe I'll transfer it to this one when that time comes. As it stands now, that 320 mechanical, it's fine. We're using 755 megs of RAM. And yeah, now we're down to just 4%, 2% usage. That's not bad. I have tried YouTube already on this. When it was doing updates, 720 actually played. 1080 was dropping out, but I don't know if that's a result from updates going on as it was doing it, so we'll find out. Oh. Yeah, see. 1080 doesn't do. But 720. Yeah. Yeah, that's it works. So, what else? I guess really nothing. That all works as it should. There's no surprises. Funny thing about the Windows 10 install, it seeked the floppy drive so many times. I don't know what part of the install process needs to or wants to access a floppy drive if one is present, but I don't know. I just find that kind of humorous that a current 100% modern OS would want to read from a floppy drive for something. I don't know what that would be. But as it stands now, Windows 10 on a Dell Dimension 8400. Later.